I would like to welcome you once again to our daily reading, but this time I will be reading from my own blog, and I entitled this blog for today, Sabbath, December 3, 2022, The Talking Donkey. You can access this actually from my website, www.marklastimoso.com, and you can click blog. Numbers 22, verses 28 and 29 from the King James Version Bible. The Lord opened the mouth of the ass, and she said unto Balaam, What have I done unto thee, that thou hast smitten me these 3 times? And Balaam said unto the ass, Because thou hast mocked me, I would there were a sword in my hand, for now I would kill thee. Ellen G. White, The Spirit of Prophecy, The Great Controversy Between Christ and His Angels and Satan and His Angels, Volume 1, 1870, Chapter 30, page 320, Steam Press, Battle Creek, Michigan. And I quote, Balaam had been a prophet of God, a good man, but he apostatized and gave himself up to covetousness, so that he loved the wages of unrighteousness. At the time Balak sent messengers for him, he was double-minded, pursuing a course to gain and retain the favor and honor of the enemies of the Lord for the sake of rewards that he received from them. At the same time, he was professing to be a prophet of God. Idolatrous nations believed that curses might be uttered, which would affect individuals and even whole nations. She continued in page 322, The anger of the Lord was kindled against Balaam, because he went and he sent his angel to stand in the way and to slay him for his presumptuous folly. The beast saw the angel of the Lord and turned aside. Balaam was beside himself with rage. The speaking of the beast was unnoticed by him as any remarkable, for he was blinded by passion. As the angel revealed himself to Balaam, he was terrified and left his beast and bowed in humility before the angel. He related to Balaam the word of the Lord and said, I went out to withstand thee, because thy ways perverse before me. Balaam represents those in the church who are sincere yet love not the truth, but love worldly treasures more than the word of God. The beast, ass, or donkey represents those who are manipulated but would stand up for themselves in times of danger. I believe this is an actual event narrated in Numbers. Some would allegorize and spiritualize this passage, but miss the lesson. God hates covetousness, for it leads to idolatry. Many believe in the apparitions and statues crying with bleeding blood, yet would doubt the talking donkey and Balaam. I have no doubt, because the word of God is true. Exodus chapter 20, verse 17 from the King James Version Bible. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is in thy neighbor's. Greed is love for self, which is heart worship. We are called to worship the only true God and Jesus Christ, his Son, today, Sabbath of the Lord, the 7th day. We worship the Lord from our hearts, not worshiping our own hearts. Matthew 6:21, King James Version, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So friends, we will remember the story of the talking donkey, which is a lesson in covetousness. We may be called Christians, but if we covet, we are not better than those who worldly people who doesn't even profess